10 Education Idioms. I'm back. Let's get into some YouTubing. It's back to school week in my country and culture. All the students go back to high school and university. Traditionally, we go back to school on the day after Labor Day. Labor Day is the first Monday in September, which means students go back to school on Tuesday. This year, it's Tuesday, September. Forget the day. Doesn't matter. It's always Tuesday. I have wanted to make a long video like this for a long time, so let's dig in. That means start. Hit the books. This does not mean punch your books. That's not a book. That's my hand. Basically, it just means study. Study in a more serious way. Take some time, a couple of hours, to sit down and hit the books. Burn the midnight oil. This is a work term. A long time ago, miners used to have to work at night, and the only light source was an oil lantern. So they had to burn the oil at midnight to work late. So if you have to burn the midnight oil, this means work or study late. Not all night, just late, late, late. Because the next expression means all night. To pull an all-nighter. Yeah, this one means work all night without stopping. No sleeping. You study all through the night. This is a very terrible way to study or prepare for a test. Your brain gets tired. You won't remember. You need to sleep. Study, study, study until 8 p.m. Do something fun. Go to sleep. Get up at 7 a.m. and do your test. The teacher's pet. This is the teacher's favorite student. But this is usually a bad thing. It's usually a negative thing to call a student. Sometimes it's when other classmates tease the student. Ha ha, you're the teacher's pet. Usually this student does too many things to make the teacher like him or her. But sometimes it's cute to say, who's the teacher's pet? Who wants to be the teacher's pet now? Maybe no one. That's a good thing. The class clown. This is the funniest member of a class. The student who's always making jokes, always doing stupid, silly things. Usually it's a good thing. It's a personality style. It doesn't mean this person will be a comedian or a creative person or anything. It just means they need attention. They want to be the class clown. People looking, watching, and laughing at them. JJ was not the class clown in school. I was a ghost. Nobody knew I was there. Sometimes I wasn't. I skipped school a lot. Skip school. I did that a lot. Play hooky. This one means to skip school. Really old American slang term, but I did. When I was in the 11th grade, I played hooky almost every day. I did have a car. I drove my car around the town, around the city, went to the drive-thru McDonald's, ordered some food, and just never went to school. I played hooky. But I didn't drop out of school. That means quit. It just took me a long time to finish high school, an extra year, and then I went to university. And that also took me about 6 years to finish university. So I did not drop out of school. Drop out of school means quit. Sometimes students do this at our language schools here. Sometimes students do this in university all the time. Have you ever dropped out of school? A bookworm. This is somebody who likes to study, likes to read, usually likes to learn by reading. I used to be a bit of a bookworm when I was younger, before the internet, before computers, before smartphones, before complex video games. But now I'm not a bookworm. I haven't read a book in 10 years. The School of Life. These are about life lessons, those lessons that you can't learn at school. Possibly you can learn them from a parent or a family member, but it's really just about going out in the world, making mistakes, and learning from them. Getting your first job, being late once, getting fired, making any kind of mistake. This is actually how we learn languages, the school of life. You talk, you write, you make a mistake, someone tells you, and then you fix it. And it requires writing and speaking to someone. The birds and the bees. This one is also something that you don't usually learn in school. This is something a little more personal and private that parents teach their young children. It's all about love, marriage, romance, boys and girls, boys and boys, guys and guys, girls and girls. Also sex, that's right. It's the sex lesson. Where do babies come from? And we use a safe, little easy phrase called the birds and the bees. Who taught you about the birds and the bees? How did you learn about the birds and the bees? Lots of idioms, lots of education idioms. If you want to see more of this, if you like this kind of content, click the follow button. Click the like button. Like, follow, share.